I really never expected it.
Yeah.
They say sometimes some good things come when you don't expect, or
True.
when you're not even looking for it.
Yeah.
So that's when you know that there was some little value you're adding somewhere.
Okay. So welcome to the sides of Rongai with the different names. Good people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us or depending on the time you're watching this video. Welcome back to Shifting News, always your great channel with amazing views. This one is the Moi Avenue service lane. If you go there, that is where you have been doing a lot of videos where there are renovations, good lightings, and this is development house, and here you can get vehicles plying different routes to Kibra, to Rongai, to Kitengela, and much others. So there has been requests from many of you regarding two things, and one of the things, several of you asked, where is this person, where is this person? And fortunately today, by the way, a lot of people have been asking about you. So maybe you can tell them where you have been.
Anyway, good morning everybody, good evening and afternoon. We know that we cover so many regions. So it's Walter once again, and I'm really glad that I'm here with you. I've been away but not out from Shifting News. We interact, yes, but video coverage has not been frequent as we hoped it will be because of the ups and downs of life. But bado tuko around here. It's Kenya and it's a very bright day. To everybody who is watching us from all over, please always know that I receive your messages. I never overlook them. So whenever they come to me from Alfayo, I would always appreciate and say that we'll create time for it. So today is the day, and we're going to bring something very special for you once again. And I'm so glad. I hope that you're going to join us up to the end of this episode.
And we say thank you for the more than 9,000 subscribers. Our journey to 10,000 subscribers is official. By the way, we have a very brilliant community, a great family. They love Shifting News, and that's why we are always motivated. And from that, you have seen that they also love you. In that now, your absence.
I really never expected it.
Yeah.
They say sometimes some good things come when you don't expect, or
True.
when you're not even looking for it.
Yeah.
So that's when you know that there was some little value you're adding somewhere. And I'm also learning from, because we read so many comments from Shifting News, our viewers. So anyway, I'm back and I'm really grateful to everybody who asked for me. Asante sana. We're
So
still
maybe
together.
it's time for you to open a channel, in that when I'm asked, I can with confidence say where you are. Maybe a sit-up, you know, you remember there was something you were supposed to start, not necessarily in travel. So I think you should start.
Yes, of course. So we are going to come with so much motivation from Alfayo and Shifting News. You know, I've learned so much about YouTube from you. Yes, I was never a video person. I was really shy, never confident. With,
Step by step. If you check our video, because we are celebrating 4 years in this June 2025. If you check our video from back in 2021, you realize actually it's growth. And we thank you all people, because you have been here, your insights always correcting us where we wrong, giving us the insights where we should record, and more so we are coming with more brilliant ideas and more videos.
Yep. So anyway, so thank you so much, and we are still together.
To our new visitors, this is the time. Join this amazing family, subscribe, hit the notification bell to receive all notifications once we upload a new video. By the way, where are we headed?
We are heading towards Rongai, so we are going to cover Magadi Road Expansion today.
Yeah, so those were the two things watu wameulizia. Moja ilikuwa about Walter. Then now, several people have asked about the expansion of Magadi Road.
Yeah.
And today is the day.
Okay,
So what should they expect?
always I love putting people in suspense. So we are going to see what has been going on there.
Yes.
I'm so sure when we talk about expansion, there might be dueling of the roads. Of course, all these road tarmacking are there. So we want to see at what stage they are at. Are they laying the foundation? Have they finished tarmacking completely? So let us join the show today, episode today, and then see.
Rongai is 125.
The number?
Yes.
That is something I've never kept in my head.
125, 126.
No, actually,
Yes.
Rongai, I've been to Rongai a few number of times. Yeah, so when you are going, because the stage is very distinct, it's actually behind us here. So I never got to take the number. It's different from those routes which fly from bus station. You have to know the number of the route you're taking.
You must, because, for example, where do you think number 46 goes?
Number 46?
Yes.
That one I'll forgive myself. I'll not ask for forgiveness because we will not forgive myself. I'll forgive myself.
Number 46 operates to Kawangware. We have Kawangware 46.
Yes.
And also you can be surprised, number 46 goes to the sides of Huruma.
You see, I know those destinations, but the numbers are not offhand.
No, sometimes you have to be very extra careful.
Yes.
So you said for those heading to Rongai,
Yes.
the stretch starting from Ronald Ngala
Yes.
along this Moi service lane,
Yes.
that's where they can board the vehicles to Rongai.
Yes, that is where you get the vehicles. You have both the long buses,
Yes.
which take 33 people, then you have the small Matatus, which should legally take 14 people.
Oh, legally?
Yes, but there's a way we fit in.
You remember there was a video trending about a Pro Box. One person comes in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You wonder, they were all in that
and the
Pro
driver
Box.
had his provision to drive the vehicle. It's our Kenyan ways.
Yeah, so this is development house. And then also if you go just railways near the Easy Coach, you can also find other vehicles plying the route to Rongai. Yes. So keep tuned. Or you had something you need to tell people?
No, I just want them to join us up to the end of this. We'll be very glad to read your comments. And if you're coming from Rongai, please don't miss this. It might be a reminder because we have people living abroad and they left Rongai a long time ago. So it's a wonderful moment for you to catch up.
Like for example, we have one person, one of our supporters who is in the US, is also a content creator.
Yes.
Called Major Matata. You know, he has been there commenting on our videos, and he was so touched with the trip we did to the north parts of Kenya. And he says there is a video watch. He came from Tena Umoja Estate.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm sure you are very conversant with Umoja.
So you see, it's a community. Like, you never know whose life you're going to touch. And you have these people who have had homesickness for a long time.
True.
So you might see a tree, a road, or a shop that you used to visit in this episode, and it is going to bring back a lot of memories, beautiful memories of your life back here in Kenya before you left the country.
Great.
Yes.
So keep tuned as you watch these flowers. We have that is headquarters of Cooperative Bank.
Very monumental building.
Yeah, so keep tuned because we are going from Nairobi CBD all the way to Nyayo Stadium, to Langata Road, the Galleria area, and then join Magadi Road all the way to Rongai. See you on the road. So as we promised, we are on our way to Rongai. Right now we are leaving Nairobi CBD. We are along this Haile Selassie Avenue. On the opposite we have the Kenya Railways offices. And you can see we have Times Towers where a lot of people fear kondo kwa ushuru. So Walter, how do you feel about the journey in Nairobi? Nairobi is so huge. By the way, we have been on these streets of YouTube for 4 years, but there are some sections of Nairobi we haven't covered.
Nairobi is very big. Even if we focus to a narrow niche of infrastructure only, we can't cover everything every day. You can imagine that we cover the expressway, but still there's a new structure coming up. So it needs like repeated coverage of the infrastructure within Nairobi.
Like, do you know what is going on here?
This one we covered it some few months ago about the underpass.
Yes.
And which it's really taken long. I assumed it should have been through by now. We are in June.
But you see, some of these constructions, like they had to dig this road here. So how do you expect? Either they close the road in totality for them to construct, because they always ensure that traffic is still moving. They close one side, they construct, they dig, they construct. Remember, it is a sort of a tunnel.
Yes, and you remember last time when we were covering it, when it was still at the initial stages, there was that they're able to block traffic on one side and then continue their work. So my opinion is based on the high standard which has been set by Chinese. We've seen how quick infrastructural development can be done.
Yes.
So I believe it might have taken a shorter period of time.
But let's hope now they are on the home stretch.
Okay,
because I think they are on the last part of the tunnels.
Yes.
Especially they are working now on the Green Park terminus, the tunnel on that side.
Yes.
Yep.
So let's hope they
Shifting
finish. So
news.
we are now at
Explore.
Nyayo
Feel.
Stadium roundabout.
Shift.
Oh, it's ahead.
Bunyala.
Oh, Bunyala.
Bunyala Road roundabout. And I guess you normally use this because Mombasa Road starts ahead. So I don't know, you normally use Mombasa Road?
Occasionally, not very frequent because there are shorter routes. In the morning, sometimes traffic is not very good when you're heading towards GM roundabout, so it's never predictable.
Okay.
So we are just forced to use other alternative options.
And about general maintenance of Mombasa Road, what can you say about after the construction of the expressway? Is it still in bad state?
When you talk about maintenance, that one would need a lot of areas to be looked into because we maintain what has already been finished. You see, the main road has not experienced a lot of damages. There's only one section after GM to Masai Road entrance where they had to recarpet the road. But now we still have a lot that is yet to be done. We don't have pedestrian footpaths. We also don't have how do you call them? Are they flyovers or those footbridges?
Yes.
Which are, at least fortunately now there's one coming up.
No, I think the last time we did a video, remember people, we have now joined Langata Road. This is the area around Nyayo Stadium. So what I was saying is we have another video when we were doing from Donholm to Signature Mall. I hope you know where Signature Mall is.
Signature past Mlolongo.
Yes.
Yes.
And I witnessed 2 more footbridges coming up.
Along that route.
Yes.
So you had to come up to Cabanas, then went towards the Signature Mall.
Yes.
Yes. So, but you see, after the GM footbridge,
yes,
we don't have any other option up to Airtel. So it's been an issue. It's a very long stretch, and you see we have companies along that road.
Okay.
So if you are, you always be advantaged when you're on one side of the route, either in the morning or in the evening. But there's a time when you'll have to walk a long distance before you board a Matatu.
Oh. But in terms of smoothness, I don't think Mombasa Road is that bad.
No, it's not that bad. That's good choice of words. It's not that bad, but it's not very good. So we still have a lot to do because we still experience traffic.
Yes.
Which shouldn't be a case on such a busy highway.
We did a drive from Fangano Street. We were using one of the circles, I think that is Enable. We took almost 20 to 22 minutes.
That depends on the time of the day. If it is during peak hours, be sure that you are going to spend a lot of time on the road. But if it's off peak, then you will spend a short period of time, amount of minutes on that road.
Okay.
Shifting news.
So this is
Explore.
another roundabout.
Feel. Shift.
So you go on the right. This one will take you on the left to South Sea, and then on the right will take you to, is it Makadara? Oh no, Madaraka area. That is Strathmore University.
So you can see it's on a Sunday. I've never found traffic congestion along this route. I don't know if it ever happened.
Sometimes you never know.
Yes.
The day you will say there is no traffic, that is the day you meet.
Okay.
Maybe you can just tell people how much fare we are paying from Nairobi CBD.
So I'll talk about now. We've used the longer buses, that 3-seater buses, which we spent 40 shillings. That's roughly 35 cents USD.
Ah.
Yes, but we had the other option of 50 shillings for the smaller Matatus. So I don't think that is the normal transport. Probably because it's on a Sunday.
And depends on the time.
Yes. So for today we paid only 35 cents USD, but it's 40 shillings.
And
40
right now we are moving along the Timor flyover. The time is for 15 minutes to 10 in the morning.
Very pleasant weather today.
So you said there are option for 50 shillings.
Yeah.
There is an option for 40 shillings.
Yes.
At the same time, there is always an option for 150 shillings, even 200.
Yes, depends with those who want to now move away from paying for a need to luxury, because for the ones charging 100 and 150, they should be the ones they call Nganya, the new ones.
Yes.
Yeah, but they all serve the same purpose. So it depends, and I'm
you
sure
think
that
there is a preference? Why should someone go for a very loud Matatu
now that will
for
go
200 shillings?
It will now go to what's a very tricky topic of economics, because most of the people targeted are the youths. They are the ones who are still not very careful with how much they spend, I would say that, although they maybe consider it to be necessary at that stage of their life.
Like for now, can you feel the comfort of this, the one we are using?
Yeah, this serves the purpose, does everything.
Very comfortable.
Yes, and you see the noise made in the other Matatu, sometimes they are unnecessary. You don't have a choice of the music you listen to, it's just random.
They call it the Matatu culture.
Yeah,
and even the governor of Nairobi said, kama utaki kupanda hiyo,
yes,
subiri yenye ina ngoma.
But they are again changing the laws again.
That's is it the irony?
Anyway, so when we talk about the Matatu culture, most of the things that come up is the graffitis and the music.
Yes.
Is that all about it, or there's something else? Because I think the graffitis should still be retained. It's a very big sector that is a whole new industry that was created. The music part, that one can be discussed because we don't need the loud music.
Sometimes it's hard to control, given that sometimes those who make the rules, or those on the board for those who make rules, they have also invested in the industry.
But then that is where we have conflict of interest, because we have those pushing for it to continue. Then if you are wounded, now you go against it, because I'm so sure someone somewhere might have not been well favored with the sector the way it was operating. Now you had to push for all the Matatus to be branded the same way with the circle branding colors.
So right now we are crossing the Nairobi Southern Bypass. We are in the area along Langata. So Langata is so huge. Like after you cross Wilson Airport, there is an estate there. It's still within Langata. When you proceed like this, there is Otiende, there is St. Mary's, and many more. And also I have a question for you, or I have some unique perspective.
I hope I'll be able to tackle them.
You remember when I asked you about how much you are paying?
Yes, you did.
To where?
Of course, to Rongai.
Do you have the estimate about in kilometers?
No, that one I didn't do the background research. I don't know how many kilometers we'll be covering.
Dere Rongai inaweza kuwa kilomita ngapi? Yeah? 24. Oh, so they say 24.
So it's 24 kilometers.
Yeah, now?
Yes.
And you said you paid how much?
Of course we paid 40 Kenya shillings, fortunately.
And do you think we are almost halfway? Because right now we are still along Langata Road.
Am I allowed to query my Google Maps
You can do so.
so that we are able to check how far we are? Anyway, let me just
Okay,
confirm
but now my perspective is this way. Do you know how much is paid to the estate, Langata Estate, Otiende, St. Mary's, those matatus that you find there at Afya Center?
No, those are very new destinations I've never gone to.
No, it's only that I think you haven't toured.
Yeah, so like intentionally taking a matatu towards those destinations. So I think my knowledge base will betray me there.
So sort of like we have arrived in Langata. So take it that way. Where we are now, we have arrived in Langata, right?
Yes.
They pay 50 shillings.
So are they using the minibuses or they're using the 14-seater?
The 14-seater.
Yes, of course. That one they'll attract the same charges. And you
Why?
see, something unique about this transport fees, I don't think they go with the distance you are covering. Because if you take a good example of Thika Road,
Yes.
it's quite a long distance that is covered by the matatus, but they charge lesser amount compared to those going to Eastlands.
Sometimes it's 20 shillings from Tao or TC to Mwiki,
Yeah, so
even to Githurai. There was a time it was 10 shillings.
now you see, in that case, it should be very hard to use a distance to estimate. Probably those experts in that sector would advise.
So what dynamics do you think are being applied, given that right now you are paying 40 shillings to Rongai and another person pays 50 shillings to these sides of Langata?
There's something rather unique about how the correlation between two entities. We have the rent you pay wherever you are residing and the transport amount of transport you'll be spending. So I found that from my own analysis, there is always that inverse proportionality for the two. If you are living far away from the city center and you are paying lesser amount for transport for your accommodation rent,
Yes.
you'll end up paying less. And if you are paying more for your housing, then the distance covered to the city center becomes more expensive. So I think to some extent, I don't know why one sector has to gain from the loss made on the other side.
Or is it that okay? Let's take the now. Right now we are using the big bus.
Yes.
We are not using the Matatu, the 14-seater.
Yes.
So you said the 14-seater is charging 50 shillings to Rongai,
Yeah, they charge 50.
and so also the 14-seater to Langata is charging 50 shillings.
Yes.
Maybe the question is, are they using different fuel?
They're using the same fuel. Maybe they're just targeting different clientele.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe you find the ones going to Otiende and the rest are able to pay it without complaining. Even if it doesn't make sense.
Do you think there is always this, they say Kenya is my country, so then they divide it into two. Wenye nchi na wananchi.
Yes, of course.
So is it the same narrative?
It's something I would not wish to promote because I still hope that we have that umoja in the whole country where both the haves and have-nots would feel like they belong. But now still, because the system is still rigged up to now, so we'll have those who are controlling most of the resources. They'll of course get the bigger share of gains. So for those who have more to pay and there is nobody controlling the sector, we never have like a central location where the transport amount is charged. Like they are set by the industry players. So in as much as we have it in the public to control how much they'll be paying and all that, we still continue doing the same thing.
Okay, so guys, now we are joining Galleria area and officially we will be starting the coverage of the Magadi Road that will take us to Rongai. Remember, Magadi Road cuts across Rongai, Kiserian, all the way to Lake Magadi. So if we had the power and the resources, we would have done the coverage all the way to Lake Magadi. Remember, for those who are conversant with geography or geographical features, Lake Magadi is one of the lakes within the Rift Valley. What is it common with?
Which section?
Lake Magadi. Now, Lake Magadi, what do you know about it?
I just know we have a mining process going on there.
Oh,
Yes, is it salt?
Magadi.
Yeah, so that's the much I know about it. And it's not a freshwater lake, obviously.
Yes, it's
Because
salt.
we only have one in Kenya and almost the whole of East Africa.
Which one?
Lake Victoria.
Is
There
the
are-
only freshwater?
I think it's the only freshwater lake.
I think you should go back. Did you do geography?
That is one of the things of course I did it, but I dropped it back in 2005.
Do you know about Lake Baringo?
Yes, I heard about them. We of course covered them during those period of time. They served the purpose. Yes, and up to now we least interact with the such geographical features.
Do you know about Lake Turkana?
That one everybody knows because of its location at the peak of the Kenyan boundary with is it Somalia?
Lake Elementaita?
That is also another, but it's not a very big lake.
Lake Kanyaboli?
Now the rest of the other lakes, I'll put them in the others because I've not been covering them.
You know, it's funny. I hope nobody will hear what you said, that Lake Victoria is the only freshwater lake in Kenya.
It's actually the most known in the whole country, freshwater lake. So what are they trying to construct here? Because
So this is Lake Magadi. I think they want to probably divert the traffic, maybe for the expansion to continue.
Okay.
So this is Magadi Road.
You can see how the environment on this side is always different from the other side of eastern part of Nairobi.
Neighboring Karen.
So we have a lot of land cover with trees, vegetative cover. We don't have so many vehicles plying this road at the moment.
Yeah, by the way, I think is it diversion?
Yes, I think they want to construct a bridge. How do you call it? The water tunnels.
So you said the last time you were these sides.
It's been a while. That should be last year. Last year, that's 2024, but I can't really pin it down to which month. Yeah, but it's last year. It's been a while. It's over 7 months, if I'm not wrong. Yes.
So guys, we can see there is works going on along this along this Magadi Road. But seems I don't know. What can you say? Is it that we haven't seen it? Maybe there is more huko mbele.
I think they're just laying down the foundation because if they're going to do the main work, they have to look at what could need to be of course completed first before now the main work begins. Like now, if you have seen those diversions, where potential diversions of traffic before they construct the water tunnels, they're just laying down the foundation for the main work.
Guys, remember, this is Shifting News. As always, we say thank you to all our supporters. For those who are watching us from this point, we are along Magadi Road. We are headed towards Rongai, one of the most requested video to cover the expansion of Magadi Road. And as we always assure you, once our resources allow, sometimes we use private means, sometimes when need be, we always use public means of transport. And at times you find a lot of good drivers. Like I think for those who have watched since we came from Nairobi CBD, I hope you are enjoying the drive. Enjoying the drive. We have a very cool vehicle, and the driver A very cool guy. So we always tell you that whenever possible, we'll always cover, and we always ask you, request you. Here we are at Banda School. When you find chance, you can always support us in different ways. We have a link in the description box where you can also decide to buy us coffee, or you can do an M-Pesa, depending on how you can support us as we plan for other longer videos. You can see rangers here. So we have other planned long trips, and before the end of the year we are hoping to do one enormous trip, either to Burundi or to Rwanda. We hope our resources will allow. For those who will be in a position to support, welcome. Remember, if you are visiting us for the first time, join this amazing family, subscribe, hit the notification bell to receive all notifications once we upload a new video. Back to you, Walter.
Okay, I was just taking note of a few things along this route. Probably I missed it last time, but it turns out we've had issues with land encroachment into road areas. Like we find people doing constructions.
Is it encroachment to the national park or road?
Of course.
Or both?
It takes both, because it's illegal use of that land reserved for road.
Yes.
So you see, like in this case, we don't have any infrastructure, private roads, private buildings coming too close to the road, which means room for expansion is still there. They're not trying to misuse them. The only thing that we can see next to the road are the power lines. And beyond that, we don't have anything that has come too close to the road, which would pose as a danger to future expansion of such roads. So here we have people, I think they're coming from the park.
Yes.
Yes, and we've never talked about covering specifically all the game reserves in Kenya.
Hopefully one day we will. Remember, here we have Multimedia University of Kenya.
Yes, one of the only universities that coexist with the animals in the park. I think.
Really?
Yeah, they have so many cases of animals coming to the institution.
You know, that becomes scary. Do you remember with the hyenas?
Yes. Yes, I think they have come across all those kind of animals coming from the park.
Yes.
The most common ones that I think they have accepted to live together are the monkeys. Because they come to the place and they just live there harmless, of course. But when they are agitated, animal can always behave in a way that you don't expect.
Do you remember the time when KWS said that there is what do we call it?
You can talk to the hyenas. Some of these instructions come from people who don't have direct experience.
Lion.
Yes, oh yes, that you can actually discuss with the lion. And you see that coming from someone who's not a...
Welcome to Langata, Rongai.
Finally, now you can see so many buildings around. So which means that this area is really covered with so many residential houses.
Yes.
Most of them are tall buildings.
Those who live in Rongai, what is the secret? Is it that houses these sides are cheaper? And you see, right now we have used less than 30 minutes?
Yep, less than 30 minutes.
Because there is no traffic?
Yes. So when there's traffic, probably because I think the whole road is not dual.
Yes.
Yeah, so it means there are times when traffic really brings an issue for those commuting from Nairobi coming to this side.
So hii areas juu walikuwa wanaita aje? Dere hii area wanaita aje?
Masai Road.
Oh, Masai Lodge.
Masai Road.
Do you think it's a hotel? Ama
Could be.
unalipa ama?
Oh, sawa. Wacha nitume, nilikuwa nimesahau hata hiyo tumeongea sana.
Oh. So here in Kenya, most people have embraced technology. Nowadays, it is hard to do with to do away with mobile payments. Imefunga vizuri. Imeenda pote. Takuninito. So Dere, ukitoka hapo Masai Lodge kuna kwanga na Ongata. Ongata iko mbele ama Rongai ndo iko mbele? Rongai iko mbele. Tunaanza na Ongata.
Tunaanza na Masai Lodge.
Oh.
Hapo Tumaini.
Oh.
Tunaanza Tastis. Arubimen. Chap. Kimani. Panda Kiseri.
Okay. So welcome to the sides of Ongata Rongai with different names here and there. We have seen parts of this Magadi Road. So I hope you will also watch our second part of this video. If we are lucky, we will do all the way to Kiserian. And you can see the Nganyas.
I'm sure they are going to object that move of doing away the graffitis.
It is hard.
Yes, it's hard, but they also need to be respected because the leaders are representatives of people. They can't impose some rules without considering what the people in that sector are saying.
Maybe what is your comment? What is your comment? What is your comment? There are some of our followers wamesema, you see the issues hapo kwa CBD, hapo Kencom, hiyo Moi Avenue service lane. Many complain that matatu zitaanza kupanda kwa hiyo service lane. So they were saying we either need a BRT ama light rail na magari zote zitolewe CBD, either ziende huko railway ikuwe tu sasa mna operate with the Haile Selassie, not in the CBD. What is your take?
I think there was such a discussion before. Relying on road transport entirely does not serve a growing population like the one in Kenya. And you've seen all the shortcomings of using the road transport, means of transport. It's not structured, not timely. You cannot like put how do you call it? Like you can't time when you cannot time your trip. So I think it's high time we also embrace now the light rail transport. Actually, not just in Nairobi only, but major cities in the country, and make sure that we are able to like now give Kenyans a different alternative instead of relying on only one means, which when it's down, it's down. We don't have a way out. Most countries have embraced this one and they're doing very well. I was looking at railway coverage in Africa, and if you look at the number of kilometers of railways that we have, it's very low. I think Kenya should be around 1,000 and something. No, not 1,000, but the number of kilometers covered by railway was very low. We are actually ranking about number 6 in the continent. Yes, countries like South Africa, Egypt, they have longer railway coverage compared to here. But again, from the rumors going around is that some of these objections are actually coming from the current road transport sector. Those people are offering transportation by road. So they don't want that alternative because it's going to drive them out of the market.
But the SGR to Malaba is coming. There is a plan, it's going to be the construction, I think, in the next phases, very soon.
So how soon will it be in use?
You know, those are mega projects that it is hard for us who don't have that deep insight to comment on them.
And you see, if they made it easier for investors to come in, they would have come in. It will sound like a mega project here in a developing country, But those are things that have been done within a very short period of time. I think there's a railway line that was constructed either in Japan or China. Took a very short period of time, and if you look at the obstacles they had along the way, we don't have such here in the country.
So what can you attribute to the costly projects that we incur here in Kenya?
Of course, bad systems has always led us to this part.
But I don't think that's the only issue, because we also have compensation.
Yes, also still comes back to the system. Yes, because we had this plan right from the beginning. We will not have people who are building along sections that were supposed to be used for railway construction. It shouldn't be that it's now that we are realizing we should have set aside land for railway construction. That should have been there right from the beginning. So you are compensating people because you let them construct everywhere. They covered all pieces of land that's available. Now you have to compensate them for something that should have been pre-planned.
And what about those who have genuine documents?
Yeah, they have genuine documents in wrong places.
Yeah?
They have genuine documents in wrong places. Yes, it's a very sad position to be in. Yes, because we can't say that we never expected railway lines to be constructed. We have towns which were identified right from the beginning. How did they expect to connect them? And you see, this issue of compensation also applies to the roads that we have. We have road constructions that would start, and then we have people who had already constructed or used the land. Like Thika Road, you can imagine how many projects had to be destroyed, how many buildings had to be brought down in order to pave way for just one superhighway.
On the same issue, I think we ever talked about this. When it comes to development, there is Eldoret Southern Bypass, and also the town is supposed to be expanded. Can you talk about Eldoret, because I think you understand Eldoret well, about expansion of roads within the town itself?
Okay, so my comment will be limited up to 2018, around 2017, 2018, because that was the last time I visited Eldoret town. Anything that has happened since then might not be in my knowledge. So if you look at how Eldoret was constructed, that major road passing through the Eldoret town, there is no space at all for any expansion of roads. And I'm so sure if they have any expansion, they had to use alternative directions to maybe have other major roads outside Eldoret town. So they didn't have that space for that. If you remember, there was this major mall. Was it Zion Mall?
Yes.
Yes. It was so close to the road. You look at where the...
And Bargetwenyi, was it Bargetwenyi Plaza?
Yeah, you see, they didn't leave any room for expansion.
And that's why I was saying, like, some of these projects, they face a lot of challenges. And given that sometimes it's court cases, and then you find a new wave of administration comes in. Hey.
People are having fun. It's Sunday. Not everybody is going to church.
And
So-
is it they're saying they have a good car?
Good is a subjective again, so depends. Could be a good one on one side, to the other side is not very good. But we appreciate they have one.
Yes.
So you can see this section of the road is not in a very good condition. We have potholes. It's also very narrow compared to where we are coming from.
So now take an example when they will need to expand this place here.
Fortunately,
market.
if you look at the left-hand side, those are temporary structures. So I'm sure they can be brought down. And actually, some people are selling inside road because most roads are marked with a drainage boundary,
Yes.
left and right. So there is sufficient space for expansion, but by then they'll just decide what to do.
So, back in 2008, 2007, this area wasn't like this. It was mostly vast, plain, empty.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is Kware. We used to call this Kware. Dere ini Kware? Oh yes, this is Kware.
You see, you have more information about the place.
And you know Kware, this is Kware. We also have Kware when you are going to Pipeline. There is Kware in Kayole.
Does it mean you have a mining area around here?
I'm not sure. For that, I'm not sure on that.
Because the other quarries,
No, this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one is Kware, Kware.
Is it a Maasai word? Because
Let some of our viewers who understand these places better give us their insight and comments regarding the name.
okay, we'll learn from them. If the name was just plastered, or maybe it has some meaning. See, there are so many activities going on.
You see what I was saying about traffic? You said it's Sunday, and you can see there are some parts which now we are experiencing traffic.
Yes, of course, here there must be traffic. It's like a central location for different routes. And we have private vehicles coming in to join other areas because it's so congested here, but when you go further away from the town, these vehicles kind of disappear.
Yeah.
So it means they are heading towards different directions. And the road is also very narrow.
True. Dere unaenda mwisho hadi wapi?
Exciting.
Yeah?
Exciting.
Oh, iko huku mbele? Oh. So no, we are just moving mahali watatushukisha.
Okay, so we are going to the end of the road.
Not end of the road.
End of the trip.
Yes.
But there's a time we went up to the end of the road. Was it in Ngong? There's a section, okay, it was end of the tarmac road because the remaining part of it was just not tarmacked. Let me say, it was very dusty.
I don't remember very well.
We were together, me and Lawi and you, of course. Is it no? That okay? I've really brought in a different topic. That is not related. I was with my friend Michael.
Oh. That is Kimuka.
I don't remember its name, unfortunately. I'm very poor with some of the names.
And I don't know if you can see, with the naked eye, we can see the Ngong Hills, the turbines.
Yep. Are they still accessible, the region? That section, is it accessible?
Yeah, you can access from the Kiserian area.
I thought they had barricaded the place so that nobody can go there.
No, you cannot just enter. I thought you said accessing like...
Yes, just randomly you pick a day and then you just walk in.
No, you can't just walk in like that. There are gates.
Okay, so maybe there could be a reason. I hope it's not just this issue of segregating Kenyans who can come and who cannot come. But if it was for security reason, maybe then they can just proceed.
Most likely.
You see this side of the road again, the traffic is disappearing.
Yeah.
But the road is very narrow.
And I was expecting the dual links or the expansion. So I don't know, because there are some people who said we have expansion ongoing. What we have seen is just partly. So I hope maybe we have more as you head to Kiserian.
Yeah, so maybe they only did that part of preparing for the road diversion. And how do you call it? There's that term they use of moving in all the heavy machineries for construction work.
Oh.
Maybe that is the phase they have covered. But so far, there's nothing significant going on.
And your general comment on the trip?
Okay, it was just smooth, interesting. Not much new development since we last left. And it's good seeing Kenyans going about their daily activities. So that's the much we can just...
Can you come to live in Rongai?
Myself, I think I can live anywhere except any place bordering Sudan and Ethiopia. No, Somalia. So I can come to Rongai.
What can push you
to come to this side?
Yes.
Like, in most cases, we are kind of forced to decide where to live in, depending on our activities in Nairobi. And this is mainly tied to your workplace. The first thing is if you're working close to this area, it might influence your choice. Alternatively, if you are in a marriage and one of your partner again is also working toward this direction, you might be forced to. So those are some of the things that just push you. I don't know if Kenyans just decide where they want to move to. If they are still in the working class, they are kind of forced to choose where they are going to live.
So, if you were to take a situation for the married people, take a case example. We have the husband working, we have the wife working, and all are working in different places. Maybe that discussion we will complete later. Hapa ndo mwisho. We'll complete later.
Okay.
So we come to the end of our coverage today. Thank you for being with us on this trip. We meet next video. Dere, shukran sana. Haya. Thank you. Shikibu.
Hawajaanza hiyo main construction, huh?
Shifting news. Explore, feel.